Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you. Always bringing this message of truth to you, this message of emancipation, this message that would set you free. And all I'm asking you to do is just to look inwardly and to get rid of all mental slavery by believing in your creativity, believing in your ability, and believing that you and the Father are one. Now, before I go into explaining what it really means when it says that I and my Father are one, the first thing I want to do is set a foundation. And that foundation is the basis on which all of my teaching is based. And it is this, that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history. And that the Bible is written symbolically. Therefore, all of the stories, they are just allegory. And they all have to do with the human psyche. Therefore, you have to look inwardly. Because according to Luke 17:20-21, the kingdom of God is within you. And the kingdom would never come with observation, because the one that you're looking for is right within you. And when that one within you has been found, then you will come to realize that the outer man is the Son, and the inner man is the Father. And then you would understand the conscious and the subconscious. Then you would understand the inner wall and the outer wall. That everything in the outer wall reflects your inner wall. Therefore, when the question was asked to show us the Father by Philip, it is said that the Christ turned around and said, "Have you been so long with me, Philip, and you haven't known me?" You know, many people have been living their life upon the face of this earth and seeking for identity and looking in all the wrong places for their identity. Looking in all the wrong places for the Father. Looking in all the wrong places for the Creator. Looking in all the wrong places for the Sustainer. Looking in all the wrong places for the meaning of life. Because they fail to realize that God is life and life is God. You can't separate God from life or life from God. And that life is within you. And he says that I am the way, the truth, and the life. Now you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. For every time you say I am, you're speaking of yourself. Because the Bible is your own biography. It is also said in the Bible, if you believe in God, believe also in me. You could never say me and not referring to yourself. So have you been so long with me, Philip, and you haven't known me? Have you been existing so long in this world and you haven't known yourself? You haven't discovered yourself? You haven't come to self-revelation? You haven't come to self-knowledge? You haven't come to true self-identification? No. The universal question of life is, who am I? And when the answer comes, it always have to be I am. I am that I am. Which is to say, I am whatever I believe myself to be. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you've seen the Father, you've seen me. And if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Because this outer body is just an expression of the one that is within. So God and man are one. And the Father is the invisible one, the invisible man, which is your own human imagination, which is the Creator in man. So whatever you so desire in this world, you have to foresee it and believe it in your imagination. Because everything in this world, it was first imagined. It was first a thought. So that's how everything is being created. And we call the Father the Creator. Now, if there's a Creator, then there have to be a creative power. And the only creative power there is the power of imagining. That's the reason why we have to practice meditation and practice how to go into our creative being, which is within. And it's only through meditation it can be done. That's the reason why you're told to commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still, get into the stillness, because you would not be able to be connected with the Father unless you look within. That's the reason why Matthew 6:6 also tells you that the Father is within the secret place. And the Bible calls it the closet, that place within you. And you've been told that you must close your eyes, because it refers to the eyes as the door. Because this body is the temple. And so the temple has a door. It has many different portals. But the main place of entrance is through the door. So you close the door. You shut everything out. And you focus it within. And you speak to the Father who is in secret, who is within. So you have to dwell in the secret place of the Most High. So to dwell in the secret place of the Most High is to get into meditation, into the higher part of your being, into getting in touch with the higher self, so that you can be able to discover the highest version of yourself. So my brother and my sisters, it's only until you discover yourself that you will discover the Father. Then you will be able to say, I and the Father are one. If you see me, you see the Father. If you see the Father, you see me. Showing you that God and man are one. Showing you that God is your own human imagination, which is the creator in man. That's the reason why in St. John 1 and 3 it tells you that without him there isn't anything made that was made, and that all things was made by him, which is saying to you that without your own human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. And everything else that ever going to be made, it must first be imagined. Everything in this world was first imagined, it was first a thought. Even the very Bible you read, it was first a thought. No one could write a book and it wasn't first a thought. So everything is mental. That's the reason why, my brother and my sisters, there's no one in this world that can tell you of anything that was done in the Bible, whether good or evil, that wasn't first a thought or first imagined. That's the reason why also you are told in Deuteronomy 32 and 39 that I am God and there's no other. You say, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. And there's none other. And in Isaiah 45 verses 5 to 7 it says the same thing. He said, I create the darkness and I create the light. I create the good and I create the evil. What is creating the good and creating the evil? Your thoughts, the mind, your imagination. What wounds and what heals? Your mind, your imagination. That's the reason why our words can hurt or they can heal. That is why it is said that if you argue with your brother without a cause, you're already a murderer. Or if you look upon a woman and think already, you already commit the act. What it is teaching you? It is not teaching you that you must look at a woman. What it is teaching you? It is teaching that it is your thoughts that is creating your reality. That's what it is talking about. But those who make you believe that the Bible is literal and secular history make you feel shame and make you feel guilty to even have a thought. So my brother and my sisters, when you understand that God and man are one and you and the Father are one, it will help you to break all guilt and all shame and all condemnation. And then you will understand why it has been said that there is no condemnation to any man that is in Christ, because Christ is the higher self. Your true self, discovering your true divinity, it is speaking about. So my brother and my sisters, it is time for you to embrace your oneness, accept your oneness, and never divorce yourself from God. And never believe in a God outside of yourself. Never believe in a God in the sky, but believe in the God that is within you, which is the power which is within you, which is the high frequency that is within you. And get into your God frequency, whereby you'll be able to create your reality consciously, whereby you'll be able to decree a thing and it shall be done, whereby you'll be able to call those things that be not as though they are, and they would become that, because you are the Lord and Master of your destiny. Therefore, my brother and my sister, whenever you believe in a God outside of yourself, you are giving away your own power. You are giving away the power to create your reality how you want it to be. So doubt and fear is what is keeping you from discovering that you and the Father are one. So my brother and my sisters, it is high time for you to understand that the Bible is not a religious book, but it's a book teaching you how to think and how to act, because everything comes from a thought to an act, and that will give you a manifestation, which will also produce your personality. So if you shall take anything away from this, my brother and my sisters, all I'm saying to you is to believe in yourself and accept yourself and get rid of all idolatry by believing in a God outside of yourself, and start learning to believe in the power that is within you. Start to believe in yourself. Start to put trust in your own imagination. Start believing in your imagination and live dependently upon your imagination. Put things to work in your life and learn to be patient and wait, and you will reap the harvest, because each and every one of us in this world have been born rich, and the fear of poverty is crippling many people, and the fear of death, and that's the reason why so many people have been brainwashed and deceived into religion, politics, and higher education, because of two things mainly: the fear of poverty and the fear of death. But remember, if you never live, you can never die if you never live. Okay? So my brother and my sisters, remember, death is just an expansion of life. It is just you existing in another realm, in another dimension. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, always declare, I and my Father are one. I and God are one. And believe in your inner self. And do not be afraid to say, this outer self is the outer expression of God, because I am God in flesh. So when you see me, you see the Father. And when you see the Father, you see me. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to thank you very much. And I want to encourage you to like, if you haven't subscribed as yet, to subscribe. And if you feel that this message is a blessing to you and it's going to bless others also, I'm encouraging you to share also. And always remember that this message is singular eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 tells you that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And as I give you the sign of the single eye, I want to say to you, when you have the experience, you will come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life, and that the Lord thy God, according to Psalms 84:11, is a S-U-N and a shield. And according to Malachi 4:2, the sun as in the S-U-N of righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And then you will know that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. And we all on this earth have been powered by the sun. Therefore, my brother and my sister, my encouragement to you is to use your mind power to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.